everyone, what is going on? Quick little review for Moonfall. Yes, it's taken me a few days since I've seen this to put up a review. I saw this over this past weekend, and I just wanted to really gather my thoughts before I did a review on this. I've heard some people call this the biggest pile of crap they've ever seen. I don't know if I'd go that far. Is it a great film? Oh no, it's not a great film. Is it entertaining? Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. It's 2 hours long. There are things that could have been done a lot better in this film. One thing that I will say, though, is Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson, their acting is fantastic. For what they have to do and the dialogue that they have to deliver in this film, they do a bang-up job. They do. So, I got to applaud them because some of the dialogue can be kind of cheesy. Now, Roland Emmerich directed this film. He's behind Independence Day, and Independence Day is a fantastic film. It is. This is not Independence Day. Absolutely not. The moon is falling out of orbit. It is about to crash and destroy Earth. Well, that's not a bad premise right there. That's right. I mean, that's a pretty cool idea. We could work with that. But no. Roland Emmerich decides that he wants to throw something else into the mix. I really don't know if I want to go and spoil it for anybody. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say right now. If you haven't seen the film, stop the video, check out the film, and then come back and finish this. So right now, okay, if you're still here, basically the spoilers are aliens involved. There's alien AI that's involved with this, that has basically knocked the moon out of orbit. Now, why? That's all I can say is why. It's a big thing. Why do we have to have an alien entity in this film? You could sell it alone on the disaster of the freaking moon crashing into Earth. You have Patrick Wilson. He's basically, he's years prior, I think it was 10 to 12 years prior. Him and Halle Berry, they're astronauts, and they're up in in space, and along with a friend of theirs. And the friend, he gets killed because this alien entity shows up and basically just disrupts everything. Basically, what this thing is it goes after any kind of electronic pulse, but not just any electronic pulse. Almost like a human has to be next to this electronic pulse together in order for this thing to be attracted to it and destroy it. So, in essence, this thing attacks them. The friend gets knocked out into space and he dies. Nobody believes Patrick Wilson. Nobody. Halle Berry basically trying to save her butt. Even though they're good friends, she wants to cover her butt. She's like, I was knocked out, which she was. I didn't see anything. So Patrick Wilson kind of he just wanted to become like a laughingstock and a disgraced astronaut. And he leaves NASA. But of course, years later, they do need his help. They go back into space. Now again, you have the two of them, plus you have the gentleman, his name is Casey in the film. He's from Game of Thrones. I cannot think of his name, though, his actual name. So you have to excuse me for that. But the film overall, I don't understand why they had to go with it being any kind of alien presence in this film. I really don't. I think it would be cool just for the Earth, just for the moon, and them having to come up with some idea to stabilize it. But where they start getting really crazy with why the moon's falling and what exactly is inside the center of the moon. It gets kind of weird. And it's 2 hours long, this film. And the last 10 to 15 minutes of this film, especially the last 10 minutes, all I could do is scratch my head and be like, why? Why did you have to go that route? And especially because the way Roland Emmerich leaves this off, it's like he was thinking of things possibly in the future. Roland, I would not be thinking about future things. Will I pick this film up? Yeah, I probably will pick it up. Just because there are some scenes that do look pretty freaking cool. But then there's other scenes that the CGI doesn't look that great. But I think if I could find it, I'll put it this way. If I can find it cheap enough, I'll definitely add it to the collection. I will. Just for the idea of the moon crashing into the Earth. It wouldn't be that bad. I would say it's a middle-of-the-road average film. To me, it's an average film. 5 out of 10. It's not going to set the world on fire. But, again, it's just that last... I can kind of... It doesn't kill the film. But it's just one of those things like, why did you have to go that route? There's so many other things that you could have done. You really could have. So, a 5 out of 10 for Moonfall. Like I said, some of the CGI looks good, some doesn't look that great. The acting, for what they're given, they do a pretty good job. And there's some pretty cool action sequences in the film. The ending, yeah, it's one of those things, take it or leave it. It wasn't the worst ending. It just wasn't the ending that I would have went with this film. But I think it's, again, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's the worst piece of crap film like everybody's saying it is. I mean, it does have like a 40-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't the worst. It's not great, but it's not the worst. But I would definitely say, if you have nothing else to do on the weekend and you're just looking for something to, something to go watch at the theater, it might not be that bad of an idea to go check this one out. And just because I've heard some people who have seen it. I've seen people, I've talked to people who just have seen it and they just don't like it. I've talked to people who've seen it and they do like it. So again, it's up to the viewer's choice whether or not they like this particular film. For me, like I said, middle of the road, average film. But for the right price, I'm definitely going to add to the collection for the right price. A disaster film, the moon falling into the freaking earth, why not? Have to get it at that, just for that. And Patrick Wilson, I like Patrick Wilson, so I will add it to the collection just for him alone. So, that was my review for Moonfall. Go and check it out, because you never know, the moon might actually fall. You never know. Who knows? So, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.